where I put things. I put things somewhere and then I forget where I put them, and because I got some darn things that I have to stick somewhere, and then I say, well, I'm going to put this someplace safe, and I'll hide it somewhere, and I'll forget where I put it. Can't play it here, then I'll do it over there. It's not playing right. The needles are bad on this. I have to go play it on the other side just to give you. There weren't a lot of books out that told you what was what. You know, the only way you found out what was to find the record, and or someone else was keeping their own little lists. And eventually, this gentleman that put out the R&B Indies books, you know, I sent a lot of stuff to him, and a lot of other people did too. And that's a pretty good, you know, compilation of all the record labels and the artists on the labels that are known. But they didn't have anything like that back in those days. We made our own list in our own little books and everything, because that was the fun of finding a record that nobody knew about, you know, that hadn't been documented. You never knew whether it was good, bad, or otherwise, but it was neat to find something. Most of this was in my house, you know, until I had to move it out here, and then, you know, it's got to the point where, you know, no room in the house, and then I moved out here, and I got overloaded out here, and I just had to stop, you know, so. That's why you only live so long on this planet, because everything has to come to an end. So.
You wanna dance, you wanna swing, you wanna jump for joy, you wanna sing, but I wanna make love to you. You never stop going around. You wanna stay up all night, break the town, but I wanna make love to you. Well, I can't do the mumbo, can't do I just want to hold you and wow.
1 or 2, 3 boxes, but I was strictly a label collector, you know. I collected everything on every label that I had, and if it was interesting, great. If it wasn't, you know, then I went ahead and just, kept it anyway, you know. And when I started selling on eBay, I started just selling doubles, you know, the old ones, getting rid of those, and I got rid of quite a few of those. But in the last few years, you know, when I decided to start digging into the better stuff, you know, then I started with the Black Patties and the Paramounts and the OKs and the Vocalions and all the stuff that I knew would be better sellers, you know, and slowly I got through them. It took me quite a while to get through the rarest labels. Generally speaking, I was just pursuing, you know, a quest to create a library, you know, that had a lot of stuff in it, and it kept me busy. I enjoyed doing the numbers. I enjoyed sharing the information with other collectors around the world.
Well, what do you say? I figure everything's going to be all right. Well, here we are on the 16th of some month. I don't know. I can't read. I don't know what month it is. And I just took a pair of headphones. It cost $1.98. I hope they don't take it out of my pay. That'll be all I have coming. Anyway, we got a couple of distinguished guests here. We got Tom Kelly with us this evening and Paul Bosch. They're a couple of connoisseurs of good music, I must say. Yeah, good blues, you know. And this being Sweet 16 Day, we are going to have a natural ball. So most of the records here tonight are going to be through the courtesy of Tom Kelly and Paul Bosch. Where are you from, Maplewood? Maplewood, Missouri. Like in Maplewood, Illinois. Meantime, back at the ranch, I want to tell you about the St. Louis Defenders.
That's Gabriel from 1957 in front of the KATZ microphones. Okay. I took these in my own or my mom's black and white camera or whatever way back. And the first time I ever went to the radio station, these were the disc jockeys that were there and what the station looked like, and the record library with all the 78s in it. The other one, this is Gabriel and a lady that worked at KATZ radio. They were singing together, I guess, at some club where they were, I don't know if they were making a recording or not, but that was also right around the same time in the 50s. And those are all things. I didn't have as much stuff as I would have liked to have had. Recording was that one. And you remember Benny Smith? Do you ever hear of Benny Smith? He's on, you can Google him or YouTube or whatever. Benny Smith was a guitar player in here, and he went on to become famous on his own after that, you know.
To our great leader who ordered Washington. Yes, we all know who's to blame.
Almost
when
like
your job began,
today, you know,
our jobs was done. Yes, give us this day our starvation pay, and forgive us for taking it.
This is something neat too. I saved one of these. They used to have a lot of these, but this is the only one that's still in existence. This is the program for KATZ radio for one of their shows from whatever the date is on there. Okay. And it tells you day by day for the entire month the songs they played on this show. You know, they were all listed in there, what was popular, I guess, at the time. Every day they'd make up a list of what they played so they could do their BMI or ASCAP payments. You know, they had to keep a logbook of it. So this was the logbook of the recordings that they played of what was popular here in St. Louis on that station during that period of time. Well, anyway, that was his first recording.
Oh, there are worse things. Well, I promised you a place, one that I could have flown. Oh, I got good air conditioning. What kind of car is this?
Toyota.
Oh, it's a Toyota. You remember back in the 50s when all foreign cars, even Toyotas, were ugly little devils, you know. Oh, man, it was terrible. At first, Ike and I didn't get along. In a way of speaking, we didn't get along. Because, okay, you're going to make a left here.
Now we're going to get you an ice cream.
Well, no, the reason we didn't get along because everybody was salaaming to Ike. You know, Ike turning to me, hell, you put his pants on one leg at a time just like I do, you know. And after a while, we got to be friends. And especially when he found out that I don't think Ike drank. I never seen him drink any. I didn't drink, didn't smoke. And so he let me drive the car or whatnot. And even, Ike liked to gamble too. And he would take a certain amount of money to gamble and let me hold the rest because the next morning every penny would be there. There'd be no problem with the money missing. And I used to wear his suits. Because you think I was small enough to wear Ike Turner suits.
That's amazing.
Oh man, we used to have a good time. Ike did something that nobody was doing. He had somebody sounding like Jackie Wilson, and then he had the group sounding like the Coasters. And they never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll just keep going. His house is down at the end. This was the classic part of East St. Louis. Oh man, the little one. Of course, we weren't allowed on Virginia Place unless you worked or cut the grass. We passed this white truck. We were almost there.
Nice place, yeah.
This is it right here.
Now this is 26.
Over here,
3126.
26, I was okay. This is the house here. This is
That's
it.
the one.
Just a little of your love, and baby, one more time, just a little makes me feel real fine. What you do me, baby, to make me feel this way.
That's always funny for somebody. They don't know if you're making that up or not when you get in. So.
And that side door there is the door that we all sit around.
Side door.
It's a side, see that side door?
Yeah, the side door there.
That's it. That was the house I bought.
Well, yeah, he had enough money, I guess, to buy that house back in those days. Went to the.
Now that's where Dave used to broadcast from.
That's where I used to go for KTZ.
It was called the Midtown Lounge.
Midtown, that's what it was.
Right there. That was the Midtown Lounge where Dave.
This was Claude Davis. Claude and Weldon Davis owned that. Yeah.
There's two brothers.
Because that's where I used to go when I was. How old was I then? I was probably about.
No, you can't block the street long enough.
Yeah, there's no. I say I was about 16 years old, and they let me into the nightclub, you know. And I used to sit way in the back.
Don't block the street.
Yeah, there's nobody coming, but anyway, I used to sit way in the back of the nightclub, you know, and the disc jockeys would always sit there with me, you know, and keep their eyes on me, made sure I didn't get in trouble. You know.
Ike was much smarter than I was. He had an eye and an ear out for what the people wanted. I had an eye and an ear out for what I liked.
Yeah.
Well, you see where you see the difference there. We used to go up when we went up to the guy on Cobra, Eli he was an Italian name, Toscana anyway.
Toscano.
He owned Cobra.
Yeah.
And when we first went up there, me and I drove up there, and he took his tape, and I took my tape. And I told me, you go ahead and let him hear your tape first. And Eli put the tape on, and man, I was singing, oh baby, I'm gonna cut you tomorrow night. Oh. He listened to a couple of us and said, well, we'll keep you in mind, and if you have anything, need the blues, I'll let you know. Let me hear your tape. Ike's tape hadn't played a minute. He said, well, how much money you want? When can you come over here? We'll cut you. Ike had an ear on what's happening.
Right.
I never did have that ear.